Welcome to The Card Is Going to Change, presented by AIW and sponsored by Smart Mark Video and the This Is Awesome Wrestling Show. I am your host, Glenn Moore, and joined here in studio, like always, the co-owners of AIW, Mr. John Thorne and Chandler Biggins. All right, this episode is about how do you guys get in the wrestling business? And John, I'll throw it to you. How did you get in the wrestling business?
Well, I'm not going to talk about me. I'm going to talk about a very, very special person who has the most unique entrance into the pro wrestling industry I've ever experienced.
And it's not me.
And well, that'll be a whole other episode in itself. We're gonna focus on the Duke, how he got into the wrestling industry is he showed up to a wrestling show with a Hollywood film crew and said he's here to make a movie. And I'll let that movie never came out, did it, Duke? The Duke is in here in studio to defend himself.
Yeah, I am here to defend myself.
He said, "Hey,
where is this movie?"
He said, "Hey,
hold on."
He showed up to an independent wrestling show in the year 2000 and said, "Hey, I'm a 47-year-old man and I'm making a movie.
All right.
I'm making a movie about pro wrestling, and I need to shoot some live shots in your ring in front of your crowd. My name is the Duke."
Okay, 5% of that might be true. Now, before we get started, since I'm going to get ripped on for the next 35 minutes,
You're lucky this is only at under 40
I know.
minutes.
I'd like to start by saying something that has never been said on this podcast, and that is I came straight from the gym. So let's just start there.
You couldn't tell by looking at you.
Oh, yeah, you can. I am ripped and glistening. Are you kidding me?
Just like when you showed up with that film crew.
Now, to get back to what you said, that's actually not how I got in the wrestling business. But to address your point, yes.
That's how you really got it.
Yes, it
Dressing as James Bond does not count.
Hey, man, CWA all the way. Now, to address your point, yes, it is true that a friend of mine who teaches at Case Western did write this movie, and
It was called How to Get in the Business by the Duke.
Actually, no, it was
It's
not.
called Let's Trick Some People and saying they're gonna be
No, it was
they're
not.
gonna be in a movie.
Not. Now, if you let me get it out, I'll friggin' tell you about it. Now, he
had a fucking camcorder too. I should have known better.
One of the scenes he wanted to film was, since at the time I still am. I was a wrestling fan, and we were looking for a place to shoot a couple of in-ring wrestling scenes with me and whoever else. And
Before you finish, did this movie ever come out?
It did not. Trailer came out.
Exactly. This is my point.
Trailer came out, and a scene from the wrestling was in the trailer, and I do have it on my computer.
This is
at
the
home.
biggest work of all time.
You gotta put it on YouTube.
This is the biggest work of all time to get into the wrestling.
It
business.
might actually be. I don't know if it's on YouTube or not, because it came out.
YouTube was definitely not around.
I would say he did it before YouTube, but I don't know if he put it on there. However,
when this came out, you had to download photographs.
I was flipping through
Dial-up.
Scene Magazine, Cleveland, that Friday thing in the newspaper.
Yeah, like the Friday magazine.
Yeah, and so I'm flipping around, and lo and behold,
how many newspapers you read?
I see 37. I see EFW, an ad, a quarter-page ad for this thing called EFW in Parma. And
you're like, here's some fucking guys I can
I was like, oh, let's contact these people.
Let me try to get a film crew and contact.
I told my friend, I said, let's try to contact these people and see if they'll let us shoot whatever you need to shoot in
this made up movie that I'm.
Then the Duke went and bought a camera at Aaron's.
I did not buy a camera.
Well, he rented one.
Oh, rented. My
I
bad.
wasn't my camera. It wasn't my movie. It was my scene.
Showed up with production assistants,
release forms, production.
The Duke had his own trailer in the parking lot.
And I was not known as the Duke back then.
What was your name in the movie?
I
forgot already because it wasn't
Duke.
real.
I was just me. I was just me. We were all playing ourselves. There was like 6 of us. We're all playing ourselves.
Well, isn't your name the Duke legally?
The might have been dropped.
Yeah, I added that later on.
So it was just a movie about Duke wrestler. Duke the wrestler.
It wasn't about me. It was about 6 of us. It was about 5 of my friends and myself. That's what it was about. It was a coming-of-age story, if you will, in Cleveland.
Wow.
And I can say coming of age because it was 16 years ago. So I was 16 years ago. I was coming of age.
And you were 47 back then?
Yeah, I was 40. No, back then I was 29.
Fuck.
Coming of age movie, isn't that like where the guy fucks the pie or?
Hey,
No, that's a
Watch your mouth,
slapstick
dude.
comedy spoof, Biggins.
Yeah,
Come on.
no swearing in this podcast.
Yeah.
all right?
My bad. Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Told I use too much. There's too much profanity.
You
on
do.
This podcast.
I witness last week. Witness it was terrible. So anyway, that's what happened, and I don't think any of you wanted us to be there. You agreed to it.
I know that I was a referee and I had to sign a release for him.
Yeah, you guys. Well, no, you weren't in the meeting. It was. Can I say who they were? Or?
Nobody knows who they are. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, well, it's two guys, and we met them. We met at like a Fridays or something, and they're like, "Yeah, come on down to the show, and we'll do it after the show." So,
Isn't TGI Fridays where Ben Affleck became Batman? Is that where they met?
I have no idea.
This is a bad joke, man. Let the Duke finish the
I'm
story.
sorry.
All right,
Go ahead.
So we go to the EFW show, which had some weird name, and it was in a roller rink, and they have their show, and so at the end of the show, I come out basically after the main event, do a little promo. Some dude who had already wrestled comes out, and we have a little match, and another guy comes out and waffles me with a chair,
Who was it?
the guy who gave me his throwaways.
Oh, Mike Stryker.
Yeah. So, and I think he, what do they say? He sent it, if you will, because it's in the trailer and it's pretty brutal. And I think that was because they didn't want me there or something, or they thought I was full of shit or whatever. But
No easy way of getting in this business.
hey, man.
Outside movie guy.
Hey, I'm in. What's up? I'm in. What happened? Yo.
Jeez.
Kick that door right open.
That's right.
16 years later, look where you're at now.
I know. Wow.
where you're at now.
Wow. Look at me. Now I'm looking for a rope and a strong beam. Anyway.
Yikes.
So
yeah.
in all honesty, though, I found that to be one of the most interesting ways anyone has ever weaseled their way into the wrestling industry.
Now, if you want to get technical, none of us really were in the wrestling business at that point.
Hey, I was fucking in, bro.
You were not.
I was in.
None of us were in. None of you guys were trained. I wasn't trained. It was a disaster.
drawing 900 people, man. I didn't need to
You
be
weren't
trained.
drawing anything. You were You were 15. You were reffing.
I was probably 16.
All right, whatever. Don't get me started on that crap. So we officially weren't in the business yet. Then a couple years later, we actually got into the business, if you will.
We were in the business,
We're in the business now.
kinda.
I don't think. Well, yeah, kind of. I don't think EFW was the business, but they gave me the business. That's for sure. But I don't think it was the business.
I've been stuck with you ever since, pretty much.
Hey, who called who? When I went under, gladly. Who called who? Wasn't me.
Wasn't either of us.
Wasn't me,
Well, it was one of you guys.
because you didn't shake my fucking hand.
That's because you didn't deserve it. Because you're a dick.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, 2005, the Duke.
We almost got in a fight at Razor Sharp's benefit show.
Yeah, that's true. In 2005, the Duke and Thorne almost got in a fist fight at this show, and it was about.
Because he didn't show me my proper fucking respect.
Oh, I showed you the exact proper respect you deserved at that
Fucking
time.
It was, I wish I would
Fucking
have had
green
a.
rookie. Fucking
Oh yeah, okay.
getting in the industry with a movie fucking crew.
All right, sorry.
I wish I would have took a picture.
Sorry,
of
I
this.
wasn't 15.
Paid no fucking
I wasn't
dues.
15 calling promoters going, "Hey, can I run a show in my yard?"
I ran my own fucking
Yeah,
Hey, it was at a
whatever.
school, not a
What-
yard.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a
Sorry.
fucking child prodigy.
You're a child, all right. Stop right there. You're a child. Anyway,
Duke didn't show me my fucking proper respect.
let Biggins spice up the story of how we
I had to
almost got in a
fucking let him
fight.
know.
No, there's nothing to spice up. It was pretty funny, and then it was very awkward sitting next to you in the locker room for the rest of the night.
Yeah, it was. We talked it out though. We had it out before the show, and nothing
I
happened.
remember you and me exchanging a lot of heated emails back in 2005.
Duke was like the uncle I never fucking wanted. I had to fucking look at him.
And you're the son I would have driven into a lake. So there, we're even.
This fucking guy.
Hey, man, what do you want from me?
I used to get a lot of spicy emails from the email 1246 at hotmail.com.
1279.
1279 at hotmail.com.
Now, if you want to talk about how I met this guy,
How'd you meet him?
this guy, he comes to. I didn't know.
Pointing
who
at
he
Chandler Biggins, not a visual fucking.
Yeah.
was. When I say
telecast.
this guy, there's not a
not a
row
Skype
of there's not a
cast.
row of dudes here. I
just gotta point it out.
Come
gotta
on,
point it out.
We got a smart audience. Come
I know
on,
you're
man.
not used to this kind of technology.
So anyway, yeah, I'm used to smoke signals.
The Duke got
Now-
into the podcast business with a tape recorder.
Exactly.
Yeah, you-
8-track.
This
Now,
isn't gonna fucking broadcast on a Walkman.
now, I didn't know who Biggins was. I just knew of him. I knew he was obnoxious.
A legend.
And he used to go to shows and be a huge pain in the ass.
Allegedly.
Oh, no. It was a fact.
That's going to be its own. That's going to be its own episode.
Okay, well, I experienced it firsthand. But anyway, so it was our second.
Why are you trying to get off topic about how I almost beat your fucking ass?
Oh, whatever. we can come back to that. You can hang on to that carrot, and we can come back to it. All right, but we're at. I think it's the second show that Extreme War ran.
Yeah, because to preview this,
okay, go ahead.
AIW had split off from the other group that had been running Untrained. Then they got
there was a promotion, Cleveland Championship Wrestling, who the owners were myself, two other people.
Not me.
I thought you were
not then.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Yeah, the Duke, you were involved towards.
I was involved, but yeah.
Well, it split off, and we split up. And I started AIW with some other people, and the Duke started Extreme fucking War.
Now, I didn't start anything. Let's keep that in mind. I have always maintained, and I always have been and always will be, Switzerland in most wrestling disputes because I don't care. So I don't know what happened. I don't know why you guys split.
Likely statement for the guy whose company went out of business.
Ed,
they went out of business because I wanted them to go out of business.
He's Switzerland, but the company name was Extreme fucking War.
I didn't name it. I didn't. You know what I did all day? I went to work. I don't know what the fuck he was doing when he was naming companies and booking guys, whatever. I was working and paying bills. I have no idea what was going on. Anyway, I don't even know why you guys split up. I don't even know what the issue was about that. But anyway, so it splits up.
It was over letting all these fucking Mark camera crews in.
Yeah, it's over these fucking Hollywood fake ass fucking productions.
Hollywood, Florida.
Dude, you gotta let that go, man. So
please tell me there was a slate. Please tell me there was a slate.
There definitely was.
Sure if there was.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, oh, yeah.
I think there was.
Take one, take two.
I think there was.
Right in front of the live
audience. You know how many
audience.
takes I did in one? Because that's what I do.
Exposing the business.
I do it in one take.
Exposing the business with this take one.
Anyway,
just say Duke all over.
Yeah.
So it's like our second show. My mom, God bless her, greatest woman that ever walked the face of earth, hates the fact that I wrestle. She never comes to shows.
Well, that's because you got in the business at the age of 46.
She comes to this show. I'm in the ring doing a promo. I look out. I see her in the crowd. Who do I see sitting right next to my fucking mother? But Biggins, being obnoxious and loud, and I'm yelling right at him, telling him to shut up, calling him F this, F that. And my mom's sitting right there, and she's just looking at me with her eyes like freaking saucers, looking at him, looking at Biggins, looking at me, and she's just like, what is going on? And I'm like, after the show, I'm like, Mom, don't I'm like, I think even during the show, I'm like, don't talk to him, he sucks, or something like that. I don't even know.
Now, Duke, we could share a very, a positive story.
Oh boy,
which is also one of the greatest works of all time that you're involved in. And that is when we were in Niagara Falls, Canada in the year 2003-ish.
So we'll go right from Duke's mom to this.
Yes, Duke's mom to this.
You were there?
I was there. It was my idea.
Oh, was it? Okay.
This is my idea. This is right when WWF New York opened up, or Niagara Falls, I mean.
The pile driver ride.
And we decide to call the local strip club and say that there are some WWF talents in town, and they're looking to hang out with some ladies. These talents were
brilliant. And was it
these talents were us undisguised, and we had a man call and say his name was John Laurinaitis, and he called the strip club, and he left a WWF office number to call back, even though we knew that they would never call back,
and he gave him a fake contact name for the agent that was with us.
Yeah, John Laurinaitis.
No, I thought he gave him
he said he was John.
No, the guy we said, because when we got there, I had to say I was the one that had to do all the talking. Because I was the most mature one there.
Well, that's because you're with a bunch of teenagers and you're 46.
So I was not. How have I been the same age? I'm not even 46 now. How was I 46 15 years ago? But anyway, so
ageless.
I am. So they're like, go talk to this guy. I'm like, I don't want to talk to this guy. Like, go tell him you're Steve from WWE. So I'm like, all right. So I go in and I ask this guy. I'm like, hey, did the office contact you? I am Steve or whatever the fake name was I used from WWE, and I'm here. I'm one of the talents, and I'm here with some other talents, and I think they called ahead. And the guy's like, oh, he didn't really finish. He's like, oh yeah. Come on in. So he brings. I think 8 of us in there. There was like 8 of us, I think.
Oh, you're getting bumped, dude.
He kicks. Oh, I'm getting bumped already. Man, goddamn NXT bullshit. So he kicks a guy out of the upstairs VIP section. They push 3 tables together. He goes, "Go sit down, sit down." So
They put us behind glass.
Yeah, put us behind glass upstairs. All 8 of us sit down. He's sending 2 at a time shot girls up to us.
Meanwhile, they're
free
thinking
shots.
Like The Rock and Stone Cold are going to be there.
And we were there. We drank there for 4 hours. We all got dances. One guy disappeared.
Everything was comped.
One guy disappeared for 4 hours, and I think his dance bill was over $300.
Yeah.
I think. And
he disappeared for 3 hours because it took him 18 songs to get off from getting a blowjob, which the girl said was on the house, but you had to pay for the amount of songs that she was back there.
Oh, well, that's just bad form then. That's yeah. But
because the bouncers keep track of how many songs you're back there for.
The best part of the entire rib, I guess, is the girls that work there knew more. It was OVW at the time. Knew more OVW guys than we did, and they knew them by name, like real name. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys wrestle down in Ohio Valley." They're like, "Oh yeah. Oh, do you know Fred Johnson?" And I can't think of what his work name was, but that was like, oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, we know him. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to the house show on Thursday in Toronto, and I'm going to see him and tell him I said hi." And all, like every freaking stripper and waitress knew 5 guys that worked for WWE. That was the hardest part, is we just kept going. You guys, you and another guy were like the Hardy Boys. They were like Hardy Boys 2.0, they said. And
Fucking right, I was.
I forget what else we did, but
Brother
yeah,
Nero.
that was something else, man.
Broken.
That was funny.
Broken
That was
John
funny.
Thorne.
And the best part of it is the little touches. We all tipped the doorman as if we had a lot of money when we walked in because
Yeah.
they comped us. We all gave him like a loony and a toonie or
Yeah.
something.
I'm not sure if that was my idea or not.
Oh, that was I think it was my idea.
Yeah, you think everything is your idea
because I'm a genius.
yeah, you're a genius. Okay.
You're not a genius. All your wrestling companies went out of business.
by choice. I was a
His
genius.
movie never came out.
I was a genius to get
Where's
out.
your fucking movie at?
I'm archives.
They're working on CGI
It's
for it.
currently in the Library of Congress,
Yeah, okay.
right next to Jerry Lewis's Nazi clown movie.
Whoa, brother.
Oh, speaking of,
I brought that up on purpose because I knew it was coming. I figured let's just get it out of the way now.
no. Duke Sherman. That's all we're saying.
Oh, no.
So let's talk about the introduction to AIW, which was you were at Ring of Honor and we were at Ring of Honor, and we hated you, and so we never talked to you or
Because
went
you
near
didn't shake my fucking hand.
Because
You
you
didn't
wouldn't
deserve
shake his
it.
hand, and then you
didn't
talked
deserve
shit.
it.
You talked shit to me via AOL and
I
Hotmail.
don't remember that.
Email 1239.
Yeah, you and me emailed the hot back and forth. Yeah.
I don't remember that, but
I
you
probably
remember
have
everything. So
I
I'll take
probably
your
have
word
an
for it.
archive somewhere.
I'll take your word for
Oh,
it.
Biggins print has everything
That's
printed
I know.
out.
I'm saying he remembers everything, so I'll take your word for it. But
So
Not
anyway,
remembers. He printed every conversation he ever had out. The other day, he's like texting me photos of like things that I didn't even know existed. He's like AOL chat sessions and stuff.
Hey.
He's literally saved everything.
yeah, well,
well, now most of it went to the recycle bin with my 37 newspapers.
good. It's important to save the earth.
But the point is, you're at Ring of Honor, and we had another partner at the time, which we'll get into in a future episode, but he came up to you and talked to you and was like, "We'd love to have you part of AIW, Duke." Then he came to us and he goes, "Holy shit, the Duke says he'll come into AIW. You know how rich the Duke is. He'll buy all our shit."
Yeah, he'll give us endless amounts of money.
And what was the one condition that I said I would come in
We
at?
never do this, though.
Oh well,
We were told you're
Yeah,
you're backing up the Brinks truck.
no. He came
We're
up
the
to
only
me.
fucking company that ever just got money marks after they didn't have any money.
He came up to. Oh, I got plenty of money, but as I told both you guys, when you guys split from the seconds, you guys split from a lot of people. I wonder
Hey,
why that
we
is.
got a lot of not
But,
friends.
Yeah, but I told you guys
Some
straight
alpha
up.
male,
I said, yeah, I'll be happy to be in the company. Everything says, never ask me for any money because I'm not giving you any because I lost.
You fucking should.
I lost enough.
Yeah.
I lost enough of my own, and that was the one reason why I closed up all the fucking shit I did. Because I was tired of just throwing money out the window. I said, I'm not giving you a dime. And to your credit, you've never asked me for anything.
Oh, when you were first, when this thing happened at ROH, we went out. We had Cristal. We're popping bottles because we're like, we're rich now. We hit the lottery.
We went out with Jeremy Borash, Abyss, and Mike Stryker.
Yeah, we were popping
I
bottles.
said, Abyss,
going,
you know what, man? There's this guy that's coming on board. He's going to pay you a lot of money.
We were signing
Absolutely not.
We were signing people to contracts because we're like, we're backed by the Duke.
And it was the smartest thing. The smartest thing I ever did was put my proverbial foot down and say no money to anyone. Because what a friggin' waste.
Well, to
that
be
is.
fair, we haven't given you any money either.
No, but I could add up.
It's a two-way street.
I got 55 DVDs, so if you do the math, I've got,
Yeah,
what's
we're
that
even.
times 15?
Yeah, we're even.
I got about $600 out of
We're
you. So,
Squaresville.
Squaresville.
$600-700. I'm good with that.
Speaking of strip clubs, though, you want to talk about the great blowjob Canadian conspiracy?
No, I told you I'm not talking about that.
All right.
This was already told on another podcast that no longer exists.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
it's all right. We can't talk about it.
No.
So, Duke,
Oh boy.
let's talk about life, man.
All right. What?
When are you going to retire finally?
Technically, hasn't he retired like 8 times already?
No, I never actually retired.
What about when we gave you the leave the memories alone?
Well, now, okay.
Oh, wait.
What about the time you broke Corey Graves' nose?
I didn't break his nose.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, here. Okay. First of all, I didn't break his nose. Second of all, we were talking about it, and
Duke's
he goes,
in the hot seat.
and he said, all right, lock up, push me off, and punch me. Give me a punch in the face. I said, Sterling.
You didn't say shoot punch.
I said, I don't throw punches. I said, I don't.
Well, we know that based on when I almost beat your ass at that show.
All right, do you have all this written out with these lines so you could just throw them in at the right time? But I told him, I said, I don't throw good punches. I don't really trust. He's like, oh, just go ahead and do it. So I said, okay. And I punched him right in the nose. Not on purpose, but because I told him ahead of time. So
Now the guy's got to be fucking a
don't
commentator.
fault me. Yeah, I ruined his dream. Okay.
So
Sorry,
we built-
Corey.
We built up this huge retirement for the Duke at a show, and it got so emotional that Matt Wadsworth was bawling his eyes out crying.
I'm sure you're all crying because you figured I wouldn't be back, right?
And then I downloaded off whatever the file sharing thing at the time was. 'Cause this was a couple years ago. I downloaded Fuel, thanks for the memories, or Leave the Memories Alone, or whatever. It killed my entire computer to download that song for you.
This guy right here.
I had to buy a whole new computer for you.
Now, I never officially said I was moving.
No. This is the second time you retired. The first time you were moving.
Let's talk about your driving record.
Oh my God! The
What
face.
about it?
I wish we would have just took a picture of the Duke's face.
What do you want to talk about?
Nothing.
I think we could both have that conversation. Let's just move on.
We had a show in You're moving to Atlanta, Georgia, because you were a big AJ Styles fan. You wanted to move into his
Yes,
hometown.
that's exactly why. And we used to hang out at the YMCA in Gainesville. We did once. True story.
So Thorne is drunk at this after party in a bar in Youngstown.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It doesn't
I had
make
to
it go
talk
away.
sense into him because he is like hugging you, going, "The Duke, you mean so much to AIW. I don't care how far away you move. I'm gonna fly you in every
That's
show."
right. See?
Okay, I was definitely drunk.
As much as they hate to admit it, they refuse to give me credit for anything. They both
I kept
miss
going.
me
I kept
and
going.
love me.
Thorne, man, you quit making promises to the Duke. I don't know if we could fly him every time.
They can't bring themselves to give me one iota of credit for anything.
I wouldn't have
But-
anybody to be mean to if you weren't
But
there.
they both love me, and they would.
You're
miss
the
me.
biggest asset to the locker room because you get all the you get all the mean. I get everything out on you. Anyone else that pisses me off doesn't
Whatever.
matter.
And we already found out from that time you almost beat the Duke's ass. He won't swing on you.
Oh, you didn't almost beat my ass. This really needs
Duke's
to go
always
away.
the Duke's always trying to keep me out of trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was multiple times where you almost got into a fight, and Duke's the only one breaking it up.
It's because he's
smart.
it's my uncle.
The best is when every time you almost get in a fight and the Duke breaks it up, he looks at me as if I'm going to help, and I just go ahead and let it happen.
Yeah, he wants me to get in trouble.
Because it's a story for him that he can
Yeah.
fabricate even better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was 35 ninjas came in and Thorne fought them all. Yeah, okay, that actually happened.
No, they were dojo war trainees.
Yeah.
Okay, hey.
Oh, that's the line. Blowjobs and driving records are okay, but Dojo Wars is the line. Okay, all
Let's
right.
talk about that blowjob.
That man. Let's talk about that Dojo Wars.
Let's talk about that blowjob you didn't get. Let's talk about that.
Let's not talk about that.
The Great Canadian Blowjob Conspiracy. The legend's going to live on. I want a hashtag. I want a trending hashtag.
That's a long hashtag.
I learned a valuable. It wasn't a long blowjob. I learned a valuable lesson that day. So
you never stop learning in this business. That's what they say.
You never do. You never do.
Now, if you would have went to the
Stop learning in life. You should learn something new every day.
Well, you learn that if you're going to go to a strip club in Canada, don't take a bunch of wrestlers, take a film crew.
No, I learned never go to the back room.
Never go anywhere with me.
Never go to the back room with the girl who's about to get called on stage. I'll just say that.
Gonna get called on.
Yeah, I did get called on. She got called on.
Somebody got called on at least.
Yeah.
I will say this. I don't know if I've ever discussed this with you, but the Duke character is definitely based on my Uncle Mike. That's why you came out to the stroke.
I base it on me. I mean,
Well, yeah, you're basically my Uncle Mike.
I'm not your Uncle Mike. I'm way cooler. I'm employed.
What about the time my Uncle Mike shaved his leg with a rusty razor in the backyard?
I don't remember that.
Oh, that happened?
You were there.
And,
I might have been there, but I don't remember that.
Thorne once had a Christopher Daniels T-shirt that Uncle Mike stole because he said he was going to start a motorcycle gang
called the Fallen Angels.
But the best part was Uncle Mike didn't have a motorcycle.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You get the shirt first, and then you get the
start your
motorcycle.
gang.
No, the best part about this is he tried to convince me that was his shirt of his motorcycle
Why are we
gang.
talking about Uncle Mike?
Because you're basically
Yeah,
Uncle
I am
Mike.
not Uncle Mike. I am the Duke.
My other Uncle Vinny, he stole my Vincent Nothing shirt because his name was Vinny. And he thought that since it said Vincent on it, it was
Yeah, you
his.
need to hang on to your clothes. Is what you need to do.
They stole all my
I think
clothes.
Thorne has gotten every AIW shirt in history and doesn't have one right now.
I don't have any because I don't want to give you guys.
Girls and
money.
my uncle stole them all.
Well, you have bad taste in uncles.
And girls.
I wasn't going to say that.
What about the time you came back from Georgia and we were at a bar show and you had to go to the store and buy gear because we just threw you on the card?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, he didn't buy gear. He bought blue basketball
Because
shorts.
he loves Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, no, because they matched my boots at the time, which somehow have turned green over the years. I don't know how that's happened. but-
Because you're a fucking green boy, dude.
I walked right into that one, I guess. I set that one up for you pretty nice.
That's right. So
Yeah.
let's talk about this black compression shirt that you wear.
Okay.
Let's get rid of that.
Love that shirt.
Let's get the I Date 10s.
Yeah, what happened to
It
ID
ripped.
10s?
I ripped it on Traxler's
Well, fucking
ring.
money bags. Duke can't get some new gear.
Yeah, you're rich. Get some new
I
gear.
can. Why?
Duke doesn't know where to get gear ever since Easy Money went fucking astray.
I do love that 1979 softball jacket you wear in the ring.
That thing is awesome. That was my father, so don't make fun of it because he's dead.
I'm not.
No,
I love it.
That probably is your best piece of gear.
It is.
I do love that.
Probably the best thing about you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Whoa.
Thanks.
Jacket.
But,
can we get the jacket to do a podcast? Because that's probably better.
Maybe. Probably far more interesting.
People aren't going to like this episode.
What's that?
People aren't going to like this episode. This is going to be our lowest downloaded episode.
Whatever.
We got to better come up with a good tagline.
Just don't put my name in it, and they'll download it ahead of time, and then they won't know it's me until they get it.
The Duke doesn't get a blowjob. That's the title.
Whatever.
I don't know if we could do that on iTunes. Maybe we'll put The Duke is German.
The Duke is
The
German.
Duke is German, and the Duke has a German flag because he's proud of his heritage.
All right, Duke. We got 5 minutes left to discuss your career. Let's hit the highlights.
All right, what do you want to know?
Let's hit the highlights.
So 30 seconds. We're good.
He once had a 45-minute match with Steve Corino, and they wrestled 5 minutes.
That is true. I apparently broke Corey Graves' nose, which I didn't.
Let's hear what is your favorite memory of your career? Exactly.
There's so many. I got to put them in order. Well, the favorite thing I've ever done is the bull rope match I had with Jock at
was a hell of a match.
Absolution 7.
And then you joined Nixon, and your career went to shit.
I didn't join Nixon.
He was placed in Nixon to try to save
I
it.
was placed in Nixon by the bookers and worked my ass off to try to get it over, and had other people that didn't want to get it over. So don't fucking blame me for that one.
No, you're probably the thing that kept it on shows.
So everything you guys have ever given me, I've tried my damnedest to get it over. So don't.
Duke is the
fucking-
utility player of the IW locker
and I've
room.
never said no to 95% of the things you asked me to
What'd
do.
you say no to?
Yeah, what did you say no to?
I'm sure I have at some point.
don't
Because you've asked me to
remember-
do a lot of wacky crap. So
I don't remember you ever saying no. You're like, do a hardcore match with chest flex. You're in there fucking bleeding.
Yeah, because that's what you do for the show, man. You know,
Give your body to the industry, the Duke.
you get your spot, you try to do the best you can, and whatever, you know.
I think the only thing you did say no to is at Peabody's you said no light tubes.
Which is weird because there was light tubes all over the place.
You wouldn't get hit with them.
Oh.
Oh, no, he got hit. No.
I got hit with a couple.
Yeah, but I think none on the head or something.
Maybe not. Because I got to go to... I can't have a client meeting with a giant gash in my forehead.
You don't want to pay back to the business that gave you so much?
I do the best I can while balancing the fact that I'd have a career that I need to go to the next day.
You got to pay dues sometimes, man. You got in with the fucking
I've been
holiday
paying
film
dues
crew.
forever. I was paying dues back when we had Cleveland Championship Wrestling, being the only one tearing the ring down, while all you people are laying on the floor going, "Oh, that hardcore match was so hard. Oh, I can't do anything."
Because you're the fucking
taking
green.
the ring down by myself.
You're the fucking rookie.
Whatever. Compared to you, I was a 90-year veteran, and apparently I was that old too.
No, you were 90 years old.
Exactly.
You were not a veteran.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You were
Life
not a
years
veteran.
are not wrestling
You're
years.
so obvious.
But yeah, I would definitely say anything. Reality right here. We bust on you. But you definitely have tried to save everything we put you in because we've had you try to save a couple things.
I know. I was forced in. I didn't want to be, not that I didn't want to be, but I wasn't supposed to be in the Nixon thing, and then whatever happened.
We've given you some real shitty tag partners over the years.
Yeah, and I like what I'm doing now. I like the guys that I'm working with. Hopefully, I do my best to get them over. Not that they really need it. But
How scared were you to wrestle Eddie Kingston?
I wasn't. I mean, I was nervous, but I'm always nervous.
You're only saying that because he lives in Orlando now. If he was back in Yonkers, you'd be
Yeah, if you had
running.
Yonkers Eddie.
Yonkers
man.
Eddie? No, I mean, I've seen Yonkers Eddie.
You had the guy that doubles as Goofy.
I've seen Yonkers Eddie wrestle his girlfriend, and it's pretty rough.
No, that's New York. Or
No, that was
that's still
That
Orlando
was
Eddie.
Yonkers Eddie.
That's Goofy
No,
Eddie,
no,
man.
no. But no, it was fun.
Has Eddie ever offered to give you a free ticket to his job?
No,
He could get you in Disney for free, bro.
I don't like.
He doesn't want to take you to the Magic Kingdom?
I don't like Disney. I'm not sure I would go anywhere.
You're not going to go visit Eddie at work?
Yeah, I don't want Eddie to visit me at work. Why would I go visit Eddie at work?
I think you would have a lot of explaining to do if Eddie came to your work.
Sometimes he plays Daisy Duck.
What?
Oh, yeah?
He's goofy.
He doesn't wear pants.
No, sometimes he's Daisy Duck.
No, he's not Daisy Duck. He's goofy.
No.
Yeah,
Is
you
he
didn't
really?
know that? Eddie Kingston's shoot job is he works at Disney World.
No, this is ridiculous.
He's goofy.
Well, there's the
That's the scoop of the whole podcast. Right
there's
there.
a name for the show right there.
I still think we need to talk about Duke's blowjob experience.
No, we don't. I gave you the short version. Never go back with the girl who's going to get called on stage. You guys figure it out from
can
there.
we talk about that time Thorne almost beat your ass?
It never happened. We went nose to nose and we talked it out, and that was the end of it.
It's because you're
Right or wrong?
It's because you're my uncle.
Right or wrong?
That's exactly what happened.
Because you're my uncle.
Whatever. Came right up to each other.
Sometimes you fight with family.
Duke was an infamous member of the Paloozas too.
I did go. Yeah, it was fun. I went.
A couple times.
I didn't have relations in the swimming pool or in the woods, but
A couple times.
I
you
did
and
every
me-
year because it was my party.
well, you're supposed to. I think
A
if
couple
it's your
times
party.
you and me were just standing there, and you're just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That was pretty much my expression the whole time I was there.
I got a lot of hangout time at the Paloozas.
Yeah.
With, the dude.
Do you remember the year that Biggins brought his own special VIP suite?
Yeah, and something happened to it.
Yeah, I got into a fight with a guy, threw hot sauce in his eyes. He ripped it down, and then the Sanka brothers, who help out at AIW shows, they helped rebuild my tent in a thunderstorm because the guy was so mad at me because I threw hot sauce in his
You
eyes.
have really Biggins had Blacktail magazines in there and all sorts of
No,
lubes.
my Blacktail magazine was thrown out of the car by
You had-
Sean
No,
Blaze.
you had the
You have
the
bad luck
Pennsylvania
whenever
connection.
You
or
stay
something.
away from home with people ruining your accommodations.
Yep, exactly.
You just never leave your house.
I threw hot sauce at a guy's eyes. He was mad.
I
would be mad too.
I also beat up both of my uncles that day.
Both
Not
of his
you, though.
uncles?
Not me though.
No,
No,
both
not
of his uncles multiple times.
In the same day.
I do remember that. I think.
Because his uncle fought Thorne because he claimed he had a job for 35 years, and Thorne goes, "You've been unemployed for 35 years."
Exactly.
And then
Because I had two lesbians on my lap, I was about to fucking seal the deal.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, Uncle Mike fucked it up.
Yeah,
Uncle Mike
Uncle Mike fucked it up.
No,
Yeah, okay.
I will co-sign that he was about to have a three-way go down, and Uncle Mike started throwing frozen hot dogs at him. So he got up, headbutted his uncle, and then me and Thorne's parents had to check his uncle for vital
So then why don't you just go back to the three-way?
Because they got scared.
They got scared right away after the uncle's having a seizure on
People
the
thought
ground.
my uncle was dead.
That was their out. That was an
I
excuse.
headbutted my uncle. He had his head on the windowsill. He started seizing and convulsing.
And then
It
a
really
fat-
killed the fucking
and then a
mood
fat
on the
girl,
girls.
and
That
then
would kill the mood.
And then a fat girl came in, threw a shoe at Thorne's mom, and her and the fat girl got in a fist
Who
fight.
throws a shoe?
I don't know.
Weird.
And then my uncle, when he came to, he tried to light.
Fight
he
you
tried.
again?
No, well, we fought again, yeah. But before that, my dad caught him. He was trying to disconnect the gas connection to the house
with a Zippo lighter
because he was gonna blow. He wanted to blow everybody up. He was gonna take us all out.
And I had to
Hopefully I left by then.
And I had to go tell Thorne's dad.
You fucking ran off into the woods with your Miller Lights.
I know exactly when to leave your parties. That's my superpower.
I see Thorne's uncle who has a gash on his head, and then his legs are bleeding from this rusty razor that he shaved his legs with
from the balloon game.
So this guy is outside kicking the natural gas line, and then I go to Thorne's dad. I'm like, should he be doing that? And Thorne's dad and Uncle Mike almost get in a fist fight.
Yeah, I know exactly.
He's trying to take us all out. Yeah, you ran off into the fucking sunset with your Miller Lights tucked under your arm.
Pretty smart. Didn't almost get blown up. Hey, what do you want?
But all right, I guess we got to wind this down after this wonderful talk about your illustrious career. We didn't even get to the part where you wrestled as James Bond 008 or whatever.
007 in CWA, my first 4 matches.
Did you work in the tuxedo? What did you work in?
I worked in a sleeveless. I had the tuxedo shirt with no sleeves.
You're just regular name? Josh
What was your name?
God, I don't even remember.
Did you wrestle Lig Z-Sack?
No, and that's why they thought I was like a 30-year veteran because I actually brought gear. I didn't have camouflage pants and a gray shirt.
Well, I don't know if a sleeveless tuxedo counts as gear.
Dude, to these guys, it did. I'm just telling you.
Did you have your green boots on, Green Boy?
No, I had shoes on.
Exactly. Because you didn't deserve to wear boots.
What kind of shoes?
Tennis shoes. Like CWA, man. What do you want?
High tops?
No, just tennis shoes. CWA, come on.
Reebok pumps?
No, just regular shoes.
All right, dude. Give me your favorite match of all time that you want all these listeners to check out.
I just told you. It's the Absolution 7, Jock Sampson, the Duke bull rope match. 16 minutes of ass kicking, and it was so much fun.
I think you were only booked for 8, by the way. So
it was so much.
Way to never stick to your fucking time.
I always stick. I'm the only one that always sticks to my time.
Okay, Absolution 11. You won about 27.
Not me. That wasn't me. There was 3 other guys in that match. Wasn't me.
I thought we were watching Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart.
Blame Yonkers Eddie for that one. That one wasn't me.
Oh, that's Goofy Eddie.
Yeah, that's Orlando Eddie.
All right, whatever.
Blame Frankie Flynn on that one.
I blame Frankie Flynn for everything. Even whatever goes wrong, it's all his fault.
All right, Duke, we're gonna let you off the hook after how long is this? Is only just under 40 minutes of torture. We're gonna have to have you back.
Hey man,
on.
That's fine. I'll answer anything. I'll cover anything. I don't care.
Gargano walked in. We didn't even bump you off.
I know. I'm surprised I didn't get thrown out of the chair immediately. He's been sitting quietly for 20 minutes. I give him credit.
Guy just got off a friggin' plane, man.
And he's right here. That's right dedication for you.
I just worked in front of over 15,000 people and
he did a hell of a job.
He's waiting around for you. Get out of the fucking studio, man.
Yeah. Bye, Duke.
See you later, man.
Thanks to the Duke for coming in studio here. The card is going to change. Go to Google Play, iTunes, Libsyn, and Stitcher to listen to the show. Tell your friends about it. You can follow AI Wrestling on Twitter, Facebook, all the social media platforms. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Thanks.
Don't you fucking do it, too.